Well, I'm on the phone with Maine Maritime Academy women's soccer coach Seth Brown, as we are every Wednesday. I have to remember what day of the week it is. And Coach, a couple of really big victories, none bigger than the 4-0 shutout over Husson last Saturday down at in Castine.
It's been a good few days for us, and the Husson game was exciting. There was a huge crowd for the game. Any win is a good win, and it certainly is nice when you pick up 3 points in the conference for it as well.
Well, you were telling me after the game, I mean, some of the history between the two programs. You haven't won a lot of games against Husson.
No, that was only the second time in school history that we've beat Husson. The first time was in 2005 in a NAC quarterfinal matchup down here on Ritchie Field, which was a 2-1 overtime win. So there was a lot of passion going into the game, and we tried to bring as much history to the players that we could to give them perspective on the history and what it would mean to the program to get a win.
Didn't you say that someone from the class, from that soccer team back in 2005, did a video or wrote an email?
That's right. Jessie Taylor, who's now Jessie Taylor Webb, actually, I found out she had scored the game winner, and we found her, and she made a video talking to the team about the feel of the game and what it meant to win the game, and from her perspective, the history of Maine Maritime and Husson, the rivalry. So that was a nice touch for the players going into the game. And then my final game as a player myself on Ritchie Field, we beat Husson 2-1, and Angelo Rizzatello actually scored the game-winning goal off a ball from Mark Thibodeau. And I looked into the stands before the game, and Angelo was actually at the match, so I made sure the girls, saw Angelo before the game. Angelo's wife was actually one of the first players on the women's team at Husson. So there was a lot of history going into the weekend, and a lot of alumni helped us, with the players understanding, how big of a game it really was.
Well, I mean, that's very, very cool when you can have that all kind of come together and be able to march on or to run on through the regimental class march on of the class of 2019. I just thought the whole experience, it was the first time I'd ever been to a collegiate soccer game at Ritchie Field, and I thought the experience was fantastic.
Well, I appreciate that, Chris, and Husson was fantastic through the whole thing because there's a lot of stuff that goes on for the regimental walk-on, but the mugs were fantastic for us the whole game, cheering for us, and you can't pack the stands a whole lot more than what they were packed on Saturday. It was a great college athletic environment, regardless of what the sport was. It was that's the exciting thing about college athletics are nice crowds like that, and it was a good day.
Well, and of course, mugs stand for Midshipmen Under Guidance, which I had no idea. I mean, they're coming out and they're they're saying, "Oh, this is a good mug," and they're awarding everything. And I'm up in the press box. I'm going, "What the heck is a mug?" So, I mean, everybody's explaining this all to me, and I was just enthralled by the whole thing. And I thought there was. When the class of 2019, before they were dismissed, they all lined up to do the push-ups, and I counted them for them as they did the 19. It was just awesome. I really had a great time.
Well, we were glad you were able to be a part of it, and it was a fun weekend for us.
All right, and last night then you beat UMaine Machias.
We did, and the Machias game. It can always be a challenge when you come off an emotional win, a conference win, and then you play your next game. And it was a good test for our players to come out and find a way to hold on to a result and work through things not going exactly how you want them to go. You're keeping the ball, you're playing. You're possessing and you're moving the ball, but you're just not finding a way to score. And to be fair, Machias' goalkeeper had a fantastic game. I think she had 15 saves.
Wow.
16 shots, and I mean, she'd make a kick save, we'd hit a volley, and she'd get her hand on it, it would go off the post. I mean, she played really, really well, and so it's at halftime we really talked to the players about, okay, if this were a conference tournament game right now, we're up 1-0. What do we have to do to make sure we get through with the result? What are we willing to risk and not risk, and where do we need to be safe? What are we willing to do? And we really looked at it on set pieces. We held extra numbers back, and we just did certain things to try and treat it as if it were a conference playoff game, and we needed to hold that result.
You've got a big game at New England College on Saturday. They're right up above you. You guys are currently in fourth place, New England College in third place in the NAC standings.
They're a good team. They find a way to win. They play on a difficult size field. It's a pretty tight space that they play on. So the game happens quick. There's not a lot of space in behind teams, so you have to combine through, and it's always a challenging environment. It's a conference opportunity to get 3 points, and if we win, we have 4 conference games in 8 days. We need all the points we can get. So a win or a draw would be great. I don't know what our all-time record is against New England College, but I hope it's 1-0 come Saturday.
And then next Tuesday night, you've got your final game at Ritchie Field against Thomas.
We do. We have senior night on Tuesday night against Thomas. Thomas is another team that's having good results and finding ways to win. And again, it's a conference game. Every conference game is a one-off game, and it's the most important game you're going to play all year. So we're looking forward to New England College. In some ways, it's nice to get back on a bus and as a team go somewhere and be together and go through all of those exercises of eating on the road and waking up and having breakfast and all being together.
All right, next Wednesday, what we'll do is give you opportunity and to spotlight your seniors, as you'll just have come off senior night.
That would be fantastic. That would be great.
All right, best of luck on Saturday and next Tuesday, and we'll look forward to talking with you on Wednesday of next week.
I appreciate it. Take care, Chris.